All right, boys. You know what time it is, baby. Buckle up. All right, so apparently everyone's broke. It's classic. I love it. It's the American dream. If you're new here, welcome. Get on in here, brother. Get on in. We're going to have some fun here. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Apparently there's something called doom spending, but we'll get there. So let's see what this gentleman with the beanie's got to say.
We had so apparently Americans have no savings anymore. Apparently we had 2 trillion in savings in 2021, and we had less than 200 billion in September. And if we went at the same rate, then we're at absolute zero as a whole. So on top of that, Black Friday just didn't happen. And I think that the ruling class in America, who hasn't been actually participating in the economy, they've just been, quite literally siphoning off all of our life savings to, fund yacht trips and stuff. What they fundamentally don't understand is they did not put anything on sale. There was no sales. They wanted us to put all of the money on the credit card and pay off the credit card bill in installments. And they wanted us to check ourselves out this time, dude.
I didn't even watch that whole video before. This guy just starts crying about Black Friday. It's like, what? It's like, if most people are broke, what are you doing shopping, idiot? Fuck. Sorry for my language. I'm going to cool down. God, I thought that guy was going somewhere totally different with that. Yachts and Black Friday. Yeah, whatever, dude. Most people shouldn't be out shopping anyways. No offense.
I don't hear any more of these lies about reckless spending. We're changing people's lives.
Look at this statistic right here.
That was classic.
Here, bruh. 42% of Americans have less than a band in their bank account. So I don't want to hear nobody talking about how they got racks coming in. Y'all are broke. 9% of y'all have 5 to 10K. I'm rich, bro, so don't even say nothing about me.
Big Daddy's rich. I actually said that before. I was like, in one of my videos, if you're new here, you go ahead and surf the channel. You might have fun. I don't know. But in one of my videos, I said, how many people... I'm 34. So, yeah, people in their 30s, most people kind of got it together a little bit. Kind of, Sometimes outward appearances aren't exactly what they seem. But I said in the video, I said, how many people do you know that just have 10K chilling, 10K cash? And I had somebody in the comments go, he was like, bro, way more people than you think have 10K in the bank, dude. They just don't act like it. I'm like, bro, I don't think they do. You know what I mean? I don't think a lot of people do. According to this guy's statistics, they don't. But anyways, that's kind of sad. If you're new here, I like to read you guys' comments throughout the videos. Keep it fun, keep it loose, keep it light, keep it fresh. This guy goes, not willing to do hustle culture, weaponized economic slavery. I'm willing to go off grid to work on my own peaceful and slow pace. That's awesome, man. But we'll see if you do it. Talk is cheap, and and nothing else is cheap. Just talk. But yeah, unfortunately, a lot of people aren't willing to go pick up a second job or work 60 hours a week or work 70 hours a week. They're just not willing to do it. I totally understand. I want to have a life too. I get it.
How are people surviving financially nowadays? Because me and my husband make decent money. We only have one child. We have regular cars. We're still paying them off, so we have car payments. We live in a decent area.
Also, if you're new here, I say this all the time. I've made whole videos on car payments. That's like one of the biggest downfalls for people. And I know a lot of people out there, you get sucked into buying a car and getting payments because you can't afford the car. I understand. I get it. Anybody in here? I understand. But that's like one of the biggest things ever, man, that can hold anyone back.
Nothing fancy. And I feel like we're constantly struggling. And there's people that make less money than me and us, actually. And they're living wild lives. Are people just racking up all this debt? Or am I just doing something really, really, really wrong? Because I feel like I'm always trying to pay something off, or I'm always on a budget. And then student loans are due next month and nobody's talking about it. Like, how?
Oh no, everyone's talking about it. And yeah, she's not tripping at all. People are, that's the whole doom spending thing. It's like, somebody with $3,000 in the bank thinks it's a smart idea to go on a European vacation. That's the world we live in. I get it. I want to live now. I don't want to live later. I understand that. I get it. I've done it. It's really easy when you have $500 in the bank to just go stuff it. I don't care. Whatever. Just buy it. There's like that fine line of, once you hit a certain number in your bank account, it's like, if I have $10,000 in my bank account, I'm less likely to spend money than if I have $500 in my bank. I know. It doesn't make sense, right? Let's see what this fucking dude's got to say. Backwards hat Ricky here.
Did you know 70% of Americans don't even have $1,000 in their savings account? Well, why does that matter? It matters because if you don't have $1,000 in your savings account, then you need to budget your money better. The expenses should be last. That means you're living above your means.
Really? Okay. That was simple. But I put that in there because the other guy said 42% of people don't have $1,000, and this guy said 70% of people don't have $1,000. It's kind of like, which one is it? You know what I mean? I'm leaning more towards the 70% of people because out of all my friends, remember I'm 34, so most of my friends are older, right? And all of my other friends who kind of, you either grow together or you grow apart. Those people who have grown apart are basically all still broke. It's not like I'm not your friend anymore because you're broke. It's more because they're still acting like they're 20 years old, and it's kind of like we don't have anything in common anymore. It's just natural progression of life. But yeah, it's true. Like this guy here goes, a man with no bills is a rich man. Classic. Yeah, if you're new here, that's something I say all the time. To keep it to you simple, it's like keep your bills low. Make as much money as you can, but keep your bills low. It's simple. It's so simple. It'll actually change your life, to be honest with you. But yeah, I'm going to lean in with I'd say more than 50% of people don't even have a stack, a grand in the bank. And it sucks. If you don't have a grand in the bank, shit, just get to work. It's not that hard. Fucking work every day. You know what I mean? Preferably not a minimum wage job, but hey, do your thing. I don't care. It's not my pockets.
When I was planning today's video, I came across this term that I'd never heard of before called doom spending. And what this is referring to is people mindlessly spending money even though the economy is headed for a negative turn. In fact, a recent survey of Gen Zers said that instead of cut expenses right now, they would rather live in the moment. In fact, 73% of them said that. They'd rather feel alive right now and worry about the credit card bill tomorrow. Now,
yeah, that dude had an awesome point. That guy actually, his name's Michael Bordenaro. He's got a dope YouTube channel, more real estate based, kind of more just purely informational, financial stuff. It's a cool channel though. It's good to he gives you some real stuff. He keeps it no bullshit. I like that about him. But yeah, that's how most people are. Like this chick here goes, "Do you have enough savings if something happened tomorrow?" Probably not. Most people. Funny story. These two chicks, right? Listen to this one. This is rich. So this is like the difference between some people here, like the doom spending, right? So these two chicks are talking. They're younger. And usually when you're younger, it's much easier to just, forget it. Spend it all. I don't care, But these two chicks are talking. One of the chicks are responsible and the other one isn't. So the other one's more like, I got $5,000. I'm ready to go to Europe, So the chick is asking the other chick, like, hey, let's go to Europe. Like, come with me. It'll be so much fun. And then the responsible girl, this is a true story. I'm sitting there listening to the whole thing. She's no, it's not smart. Like, I don't care. Like, yeah, I have money saved, but I need that if something happens. And so the girl keeps pestering her. And all of a sudden, the one chick just goes, she just goes, see, this is why I have a car and you don't. And I was just sitting there like, oh, get her. Anyways, that's rich. Let's see what this chick's got to say.
Do you have enough in your bank account to cover your ass if something were to happen tomorrow? If you or your spouse lost your job and your main source of income, if you got injured and were unable to physically work, if your spouse left you, cheated on you, or died tomorrow, would you be able to survive the next several weeks or months while you figure things out? If your car breaks down, would you be able to afford to repair or buy a new one so you could get to work? If you had a family emergency, would you be able to afford to take off work for a few days?
Hey, who else out there got a job and still broke?
It's still broke. To answer her question, though, I think most people, no. And hopefully you got family to fall back on or very good friends. That's a sad reality of it, though. I'm not saying you guys are broke. You're messing up. You don't have it. Like, remember, we don't know each other. Maybe we do. I don't know. But if you do, say hi in the comments. But yeah, to answer her question, probably not. And this guy, this is Rich.
Like the good broke, not the bad broke, the good broke. Like you done paid all your bills, but you still can't enjoy life. Mm-hmm. That broke. Don't worry, I'll go first.
Oh. It's awesome. This dude goes, Maverick the Mighty. He says, personally, I love hustle culture. Separates the wheat from the chaff. Separates the weak from the strong. Yeah, absolutely. I'm doing it. I work this job, and then I also work at a restaurant part-time. And so I do this, I do that. I'm on 7 days a week right now. Is it going to be forever? No. Eventually, I'll get to a point where I go, okay, I can now work 5 days a week or however many days a week I want. And especially when you own your own business, you can never really turn it off. That's the unfortunate thing, but it's true. Oh, this guy's quoting something I said in the last video. He goes, would you like to work 40 to 50 hours a week, and then when you get home, would you like to work some more? He goes, that hit the soul. Yeah, it's true. Most people, they don't want to work all day. Do you want to work all day long, come home, and then work some more? Probably not. But unfortunately, in today's society, I don't know about anybody else in here, but that's kind of the only way to get ahead. I'd be willing to bet you all the money in your bank account, which according to all these other people is about $1,000 or less, that if you were to go ask anybody who's remotely successful, no matter if they own their own business or they make a lot of money, if you go ask them how many hours a week they work, it's probably substantially more than 40 hours. I didn't make it up. Don't believe me. Don't believe me.
December is gearing up to become one of the most financially intense months in U.S. history. I feel like almost nobody's talking about this. Americans are expected to fully deplete their savings by the end of this quarter, and really is expected to fully be depleted by the end of this month in November. But that's actually not the worst part. We actually have a whole nother problem that coincides with this problem. So total household debt actually reaches a soaring $17.29 trillion in quarter 3. So when you take these numbers, I want you to think about this. How have most of y'all been surviving right now? Over $1 trillion of this has been credit card debt alone. So as I got this diagram up for y'all to go ahead and visualize, I want you to think about this has been where a lot of people's debt has been going. Now, you might not remember this, but a few months back, I did make a video.
$1 trillion. He keeps just talking about credit cards and people not having savings. Trillionaire Tom. Dude, $1 trillion. Just think about that for a second. And then I also want you to think about this. I've made videos on people with face tattoos. I just don't get it. I'm not saying they're bad people, but this guy seems to not be sweating. He's probably good. And so my point is if a dude with face tattoos can be totally financially fine, anything's possible. It's perfect. It's wonderful. You see what I'm saying? So I don't want to seem all pessimistic here. And we're going to go ahead, and I think he just keeps going on and on and on about credit cards. So we're going to go ahead and skip him. But I'll tell you a story. I put out a video yesterday. Basically, me and one of my best friends, I had to cut him loose. The whole growing together, you grow apart thing. It was a very one-sided friendship. But he ties in perfectly to this. And for those of you who have commented on that video, thank you for your support. And some of you thought it was a bad idea for me to share all that information on the internet. Well, guess what? It's not your information. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Enjoy the ride. You know what I mean? Enjoy the stories or don't. Do you want me to tell you these stories or not? But anyways, short story about this dude. So basically, I tried to help this friend out. He's in his mid-30s, still broke. Credit card debt out the wazoo. Talking big credit card debt, like 20 bands, no savings. And he makes good money. It's a good job. Probably makes like 60 grand a year. It's better than a lot of people, in my opinion. So anyways, I tried to help this guy out, right? And I let him move in with me into my house to help him out, get on his feet for the second time. It's the second time I tried this. So we're going somewhere. So I let him live with me. He lived with me for 9 months, and he could have kept living with me if he wanted to. I was only charging him $700 a month for rent. Very good price. So the 9 months he lived with me, making $60,000 a year, he just lowered his bills from $2,000 a month for his old apartment to $700. You would think, oh wow, I have an extra $1,300 a month to save, right? No, he did what most people do, especially young people. Now he had $1,300 extra a month to spend. Yeah. That was his choice. He moved out. He wanted to be independent. And guess what? It's the classic. He is the epitome of this video. And so anyways, hope you guys enjoyed that video yesterday. I thought it was a kicker. This guy goes, I have no idea how this podcast started, if it was just for shits and gigs, but I honestly believe that you have become a general for a great rebellion. I don't know about all that. Because doing God's work as some sort of legendary revolutionary. Dude, we're going way overboard here. Because thank you for what you do, brother. You are a legend and a warrior. Wow. I don't want to say all that. Because Jack Morgan for president 2024. Yeah, I would never be president. I know that's just a metaphor. Thank you. I appreciate that. Honestly, I'm just a comedian who likes to call bullshit. I'm living in this world with you guys. I get it. I'm trying to survive as well. I understand. This person goes, you nailed it with the Latinos living together. The Italians also got their pro cards on living with generations decades ago. Even the Tate brothers do it. Yeah, I say this all the time here. A lot of people want to be independent, like the guy I just talked about, versus living with friends and family to get ahead. It's stupid. It's stupid not to. If you have the opportunity to live with family or live with friends that you actually get along with, you should do it for as long as you need to. You know what I mean? Like, it's literally the smartest thing to do. Like, I'm not tripping. It's smart. Working together, work harder, not smarter. What was it? Yeah. It takes a team effort takes a village. I didn't make this shit up. Like my brother, right? Before he turned 30, he went back, moved in with his dad. Yeah, he didn't want to do that. Did it suck? Yeah, living at home with your parents, almost 30 years old. Yeah, but you know what he did? He had a really good job. He said, I'm going to move home. And he saved for 2 years. And guess what he did? He bought a house. Holy shit. Wow. Same thing with my girlfriend. She'd make a $70K a year, probably more, to be honest. Lived at home. Just lived at home with her parents who love her. You know what she did? She bought a condo. I know. It's rich. Rich, robust, and rewarding. Who would have thought? And I'm not saying everybody's got family. It sucks. Not everybody's got that opportunity. But if you could find that opportunity, I think it's worth it. Just saying. I don't know. Tell me if I'm tripping. This one goes, the loss of healthy social bonds is really coming to fruition. In the past, during times like the Great Depression, people had family, friends, and a tight-knit community. Wow. There's been so much population churn that people move away from their roots. They don't know who their neighbors are. Yeah, okay, he just keeps going. But yeah, awesome point. There's actually a rap song. I'm not big on rap, but I like some of it. But there's a song by this dude, Lil Boosie. And in the lyrics, he said, he's talking about his friends. He goes, we all have bread. We all got bread. So if we fall, we're the crutches. So basically, it's the same concept. Something happens, I got you. Something happens to me, my friend or my family has got my back. Absolutely. It makes all the sense in the world. Makes sense to me. But, everyone wants to be independent. So, whatever. Not my problem. This one goes, whoever's reading this, I hope things are going well for you and your family. I needed that, and I'm sure one of you guys needed that. I hope it is too. I don't want to seem super pessimistic. But, we're living in a world now where shit's getting tight. All right? Things have hit the fan. I'm feeling it. You're feeling it. He's feeling it. Everyone's feeling it. But you know what? Now we're just, like, all we can really do is, like, you got to open up, man. See through the bullshit, okay? That's all I could say. All right? I don't care if you got to go park cars at night, do valet. You know, suck it up for a while. I'm working 7 days a week. Do I have to? No. According to these people's statistics, I have substantially more money than most people. And I work 7 days a week. Will it be forever? No, it's not going to be forever. But it's going to be for as long as necessary. And I don't want to get super doom and gloom on you guys, but let's not forget what happened in 2020. Yeah. Let's not forget that. I'm not saying live in fear, but, you know, let's not forget when everyone lost their jobs. Okay? Let's not forget about that. Everything got shut down. So, you know, I'm trying to say this lightly. Worst case scenario, you save a bunch of money and nothing happens and everything's sunshine and rainbows and hearts, stars, and horseshoes, clovers, and balloons. Everything's perfect. Worst case scenario, you end up with a bunch of money saved. Wow, that's terrible. Anyway, speaking of money, thanks for everybody on the Patreon. All of you guys watching, all the newcomers. Get on in here. I'm hoping you're having a good time. Hope we maybe learned something today. This one got a little serious, I feel. But, hey, man, it is what it is. And I appreciate everybody who donates. It means the world to me. I don't expect a lot of people to donate because apparently a lot of people don't have a lot of money. So anyways, leave in the comments your guys' thoughts. If you're balling, go ahead and brag about it. If you're working 7 days a week right now, go ahead and vent it out. Or if you're broke, go ahead. Say, hey, I'm messing up. I'm fucking up right now. That's what it starts. That's all it takes. It takes change for change. You just have that conversation with yourself. Look yourself in the mirror and go, what have you done? You sick son of a bitch. No, I'm just kidding. Come here, Nelly. Say bye. Come here. Oh. All right, guys. Hell of a talk. I'm going to go pet my cat. Nelly, say hi. Hey, yeah. God, you little rascal. Oh, hell of a talk. Good times.